Desmond Tutu might be small in stature, but his contribution to social justice is colossal. And while the liberation and rights of people are paramount in this battle, so too are other components that build an equal and just society. From climate change to the freedom of choice of terminally ill people to die with dignity, Archbishop Emeritus has been a champion of many causes under the social justice banner. A particular focus of the renowned clergyman has been the fight against TB and HIV.
We can't go on accepting that people die, and die unnecessarily. It is unacceptable. It is immoral. TB is a treatable disease.
As vociferous as he was in his activism against apartheid, so too has the Arch been in advocating for access to life-saving healthcare.
He actually coined the phrase the Rainbow Nation, and in that, recognized that all individuals have a right to health. So that included people who are marginalized, who are considered often as those individuals who are on the edges of communities, who don't always feel comfortable about, really going to healthcare services because they aren't treated in a way that isn't discriminatory. He recognized those individuals have as much right. And then he coined the term that this is the new apartheid, referring to HIV, and really called on all of us to recognize that individuals living with HIV need just as much love, recognition, awareness, and basic healthcare provision as anybody else, and that they should be enveloped within the circle of humanity.
While South Africa is still a country with the greatest burden of HIV and much work is still needed to fight TB, Tutu's activism over the decades has had a significant impact.
I'll take an example. Our fleet of Tutu testers, brightly coloured, recognised immediately in communities. That has opened doors for us. There is a trust that goes with the association of his name, and it's a much loved brand. The rainbow, again, recognisable and so important. All the very important principles that he carries, one of acceptance, access, equality, just making sure that people get what they need. All of that has opened doors in the most extraordinary way. And so, his role in health is invaluable. It's priceless.
Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu and his wife Malaya have also been patrons of the Tygerberg Children's Hospital Trust for the past 20 years. In fact, the trust has had no other patron since its inception. The association with the global icon for justice, social and human rights has made a massive contribution to healthcare and health interventions at a hospital which is integral to the country's healthcare ecosystem.
About 60% of the Western Cape's footprint draws towards Tygerberg Hospital as a primary healthcare facility. That means 60% of the Western Cape's children draw there. So our role as a trust is huge. There's many challenges, and we have to touch on a broad array of not only healthcare problems but also social problems, because this is where the health problems are often rooted. So the task for us as a trust is huge, and we need lots and lots of friends, lots and lots of support, not only locally and nationally but also continentally and also globally.
Falcon says the trust and goodwill derived through Tutu's world-renowned leadership and steadfast character carries immense weight when institutions need help, and this, in turn, translates into improved health services to those who need it most.
As an example, this year alone, the trust has spent over 3 million rand just on critical equipment needed, for example, our neonatal wards to support our preemie babies. None of that could have been possible without the patronage of the Arch and Malaya. So that is just a small example of how their patronage has boiled down to a very practical way of helping our kids.
And now, as the world battles COVID-19, Tutu has once again come out in support of the fight against this disease. He was one of the first elders in the country to receive a jab. And although he's no longer in the public eye, his name stands as a monument and testament to the continued fight for social justice. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.